Today's Ask Me Anything goes out to Alexander Radlinsky. The question: Robert, I don't think I've ever seen a video from you discussing clickers. What are you against clicker training? Or I guess, you mean, why am I against clicker training? And I'm going to say to you publicly here, I am not against clicker training. I've got no problem with clicker training. I have a problem with what I call cookie trainers or clicker trainers or positive only trainers who only use that and who use the clicker as this gimmick that it works. I have the same thing against e-collar trainers who thinks that e-collars fix everything. There's not a one-stop solution or one-shot solution to any problem with dogs. So people automatically think, I'm going to clicker train my dog, and they get a clicker and they click, 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 and they think it's a remote control for the dog. The exact same way new e-collar people think that e-collars are a remote control for the dog. They're not, right? I've seen Janet train her dog with clickers. I think it's fantastic. I've seen other people train their dogs with clickers. I think it's fantastic. I've seen people train dogs with clickers and e-collars using both of those tools beautifully. I think it's great. I don't like when people think it's a gimmick and it's a one-shot deal, because it's not. You know, they make millions of dollars off these, clicker expos and clicker this and clicker that, where it's a gimmick. You can use your voice. I use my voice. I've never used a clicker on a dog. I like using my voice. I think it's better personally because it's a more personal connection with the dog. For me, some people like clickers better because they say that it's more of a neutral thing for the dog. I want my dog to be focused on me, not on a clicker. So that's my thing. If you're using a clicker because you're not as vocal as some people and you find it gives the dog a more consistent exposure to the mark, which it actually is, right? Clicker is the mark, which is the word yes can be the mark, or the word okay can be the mark. Any word can be the mark. You need to understand that if you're using that clicker, that it's only there because it's very neutral. Like if you have a very soft voice and sometimes you say yes and sometimes you say yes and then you can't get that consistent. The clicker is very, very, very consistent. It was obviously used with training chickens and stuff like that, training other animals like pigs were clicker trained. They trained it with training dolphins and stuff like that. It would work under the water. The dogs could hear it. It's not a magic formula. It's not a magic bullet. It's fine if you're going to use it. Any method of training is fine as long as you don't start to go, this is the only way, right? Because there is no one and only way. Training a dog is a relationship. It's something that's balanced between you and the dog. Whether you use a clicker, an e-collar, a leash, a collar, whatever you use, just train your dog. And if you want to try it with clickers, do it. But don't get hooked into the whole psyche that it's the only way and that it's the magic bullet, because there is no magic bullet in dog training. The only magic bullet in dog training is hard work, consistency, and being very, very fair to your dog. That's what training is about. Check it out online. I've got tons of free videos on it. I've got a membership section at robertcabral.com you can check out, where I talk about balance training and marker training. All marker training I think is important because it communicates with the dog exactly what you want the dog to do. And that's my spiel on clicker training. Don't hate it. Don't hate it at all. Got a question? Ask me anything.